All right, wet shaving with a double-edged safety razor. Just kind of want to go over a few basics. I'm not a shave channel. There are some good ones out there. Geo Fat Boy is one of my favorites. He's really good. So you're going to use a shave soap, a brush. Let's just go over some basics. I got my nose hair trimmer because I'm getting old and crusty. As my 7-year-old daughter tells me, Dad, you old and crusty. Got my beard trimmer. So how I will start, I'll knock out the nose hair. I'll hit the ears a little bit with this. And then I'll go to my actual beard and I'll take it down to where I want it. It's got the guard on it. Take it down to where I want it. I'll do that first. All right, so that's knocked out of the way. Clean up, the base of my neck with this. Take the guard off. So, some basic things you will need. You'll need your brush, of course. Anytime you're going to use a brush, you always want to hang it upside down whenever it's drying. Try to put it like in front of a little fan or something if you have a fan, just so that it helps it dry a little bit. A lot of people will take their brush and they'll put it, on its end like that. That's a bad idea. Why, you may ask? Well, let's take a look at this brush. Okay, your knot is down here in the handle. The knot that holds all these bristles together. It's like a resin glue, and it holds them all real tight. So whenever you're soaking your brush in water, getting it prepped, getting it ready, you only want to put enough water in your mug or whatever to cover the tips. You can kind of come up a little bit. I wouldn't even come halfway. You don't need that. See how that's grayish white? I wouldn't come up past that. Just enough water. I like using warm water. Just I set it in my mug, just about up to that point. Let it draw up some of that water, getting it prepped for the shave. And like I say, when you go to dry this thing later, don't put it like that, because that water is going to seep down into that knot, get all around that resin glue, and it can, cause that to, I wouldn't want to take a chance. So I always hang mine upside down. And whenever it's drying, what I'll do, I'll sling it out in the sink, get some of the excess water off of it. Then I'll run it across a towel, get some of that excess water off, and then I'll put it on my hanger, like so. Let's take a look at the razor, what I do whenever I'm letting it dry. Basically what I do, I'll just tell you. I unscrew the handle just a little bit, leave it loose. That way air can get in there. And then I hang it with the handle loose a little bit. And I'll hang it and let it just air dry. I put it in front of a little fan along with the brush and just let it sit there and dry. My blade, I take the blade out, kind of slosh it around by hand in some water, get off all the residue from a shave. And what I'll do, I have a little magnet inside of a cabinet, and I'll stick that blade up on that magnet, away from kids. It's just up out of the way, and it's ready the next time I go to shave. Now let's talk about mug versus whipping lather, soap lather in a bowl versus what I do now. A lot of people, they'll get a special bowl, it's a bowl, and it's got these little like teeth at the bottom for whipping your lather. I tried that, but what I do now is a whole lot easier. I whip straight out of my container. Straight out of the container, because if you whip in a bowl, you're going to end up wasting, in my opinion, some lather, some soap. I mean, you only need so much. So let's take a look here at what I do. What I do before I begin my shave, I'll take just maybe a teaspoon of water, put on top of my soap, kind of go like that, let it get wet. You know, you don't want to go excessive with the water, but what that does, it softens up the soap, or balloons the soap, as shavers like to call it. Gets it softened up. All right, so now that my brush has been soaking in the amount of water that I talked about, I'm going to take it out. A lot of times you don't even have to sling it out in the sink. You know, you're going to need a little bit of water, a little bit more than what you probably might think. You just don't need an excessive amount of water. You just really want the tips wet. I go straight to the container and start swirling. And then I'll go the opposite direction, just all around. And the consistency that you're looking for is like a yogurt. And when you start to mix, you'll notice you'll have bubbles. All right, and that's, you know that you're getting close when you start seeing those bubbles. When the bubbles go away, you know that it's pretty well saturated the way you need it. So I just, right off the top of the soap container, I take it. You know, I don't, all that excess, those excess steps, using a bowl, all that, nah. I've gotten to where I just go straight out the container. Swish, swish, swish. All right, I got my yogurt, creamy consistency. I'm ready to rock. I'm ready to shave. All right, go to the face, lather up. Got my blade in my razor, and I'm ready to go. When I'm done, what I'll do, I got a little plastic bowl, I'll swish this around in it, get out all the excess soap, and like I say, I'll run it over a towel, get as much of the water out of it as I can, and then I'll hang it up. Now, the thing about the mixing your soap in a mug, this is the issue that I didn't like. I mean, you only got so much room. You know, you can whip a lather that way. That's fine, but you only have so much of a bottom, and you're hitting the sides. So I like having a little bit more room than that. And this is just an extra step that you really don't need, in my opinion. Just go straight to your container. Whip, 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 whip. And you don't have to spread the bristles out on top of this thing. And don't push down real hard. You don't need to do that. A little bit of pressure is fine, but it's not necessary. You just get enough water in it that you can start mixing a lather right off the top. And you might have some run over the sides. It's no big deal. Just take your brush, scoop it up, put it back in there, start whipping again, or take that excess that drips over, go to your face with it. All right, here's the deal with your water amount. You add water, you're swirling, it looks too liquidy. That means that you've added too much water. You want it to be kind of creamy, like yogurt. And if it's too thick, you need more water. If it's too watery, then you added too much water. You will learn your ratio, water to soap, you know, how much to use as you go. So bloom it, like I said earlier, swirl, 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 get that creamy yogurt-like consistency, and you're good to go. Okay, it's as simple as that. You will learn it as you go. So my stand, I got this from Sterling Soap Company. Fits my razor really good. Fits my brush really good. The thing about the brush is this is a Simpsons, no, this is not my Simpsons. This is a Sterling 3-band synthetic bristle brush. For the money, you cannot beat this brush. It's excellent. Works really well, really nice and soft. Really nice and soft. There's all different types of brushes. You have Badger, which is really soft, one of the better brushes you can get. But for the money, this is perfectly fine. The 3-band brush by Sterling Soap Company. And this stand I got from them also. And this is like a $15 brush that fits their stand perfectly. This is one I picked up maybe on Amazon. This is called a bullet stand for a double-edged or DE razor. And how it works, it's kind of got weight to it, so you just set your handle down in it like that. I use it every now and then. So after I'm done doing my nose hairs, my beard, I'll lather up, do my neck, my cheeks, my chin. When I get to my cheeks, actually, I use this beard tool. I think I got it off of Amazon. Obviously this goes over the ear, and you can do a straight edge, which is what I use, or you can flip it over and you can have a curved beard. It just kind of helps you to keep your lines the way that you want them. A lot of guys like the curved beard look. I kind of go with a straight edge. How I do mine right now. Pretty simple to use. It helps out quite a bit. So after I'm done with my shave, I will splash my face with cold water. I'll open up my alum block, which is basically mineral spirits. Run that under some water. Got this from Sterling as well. Kind of run the edge of it over cold water. Run it all over the face. And it's going to sting a little bit, but it's salt, so it's supposed to, but it's going to close up any little nicks you may have. After I'm done with that, I splash again with cold water, get off a little bit of the excess of that. Then I go to my warm rinse. I use a beard wash, conditions, the whiskers, and it'll help you get off some of those excess hairs that you cut. So this is King C Gillette. You can get this anywhere almost. Walmart, Target. I know Amazon. That's where I got this, but you can find it at Walmart. I rinse with warm water and get off some of the whiskers and stuff. But I use this with warm water. Then I pat my face dry. Pat, 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 pat with a towel. You don't want to rub dry because you just had a super close shave. You don't want to irritate the skin. You just want to get it dry. So take your towel, pat, 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 pat dry. After that, you're ready for the finishing touch. You're ready for your aftershave balm, whatever you want to use. This is store-bought Nivea. I used a sensitive, the green. It's got the little green indicator. That means aloe vera. It's going to soothe your skin pretty good. This is a really good aftershave balm. I like this one. Nivea men, they also make one that's got a blue, and according to my research, that's like a seaweed extract, supposedly. I don't know what to think about all that. I have tried it, but I like the green better, personally. So I've been using this for several years now. I like it. I have some other stuff that I use, but just on the go, just every day. I mean, this is pretty much what I use. But I do have some other stuff that I use that's thicker than this. This isn't watery, but it's not super thick. I do have some that's thicker. I can show you that real quick. This I got from Sterling Soap Company as well. This is a post-shave balm. Soothe, Tone, Protect, Glacial. This has a really cool feel to it. And I got the unscented because after I use a scented soap, I don't want something to clash with that. Now, Sterling Soap Company, they do make aftershave splashes in just about every scent of their shave soaps. They have a shave aftershave splash to go along with it if you want to do it that way. But I just went with this unscented glacial. It's real cold, gonna cool your skin really good. Every now and then I will use this, but for the most part I use the Nivea. This is not expensive. I just, been using the Nivea for so long that, you know, that's like how I use this personally. Let's say I just shaved last night, but today I have a doctor's appointment and I need to touch up. Well, I just had a close shave last night, but I just want a quick pass, make sure I look spiffy for a doctor's appointment. I'm going to church, something like that. I'll use this afterwards because I just shaved yesterday. So going back over the skin again today just to touch up some areas because my beard does grow really fast. So I'll go with this just to soothe the skin a little bit more. It's thicker. It's got like a lotion sort of, maybe even a little thicker than your average lotion. And you rub it in real good. It's real nice and cool. So yeah, I like that. So that's just some um, basics on how to go about shaving. You don't have to use everybody's method, lathering up in a bowl. Yeah, you can do that, but you don't have to do that. And some people might not like my method, and that's fine. It's just I can't see taking soap, going to a bowl, whipping a lather. It's an extra step that you don't need. And shave soap is not crazy expensive, especially with Sterling Soap Company. And what I love about their soaps, I've only run out of one of these. This is 5.8 ounces in their jar. And I've only run out of one time. When I first started, I went through a orange chill that I really like and still use. You don't have to, with them, you don't have to order a whole new 5.8 ounce jar. You can get a refill puck in that particular scent, and you just get it in. You drop it in your jar that you are, and it is a little bit cheaper that way to get the refill puck. Keep your jar, throw your refill puck in it, you're good to go again. So that's kind of how I go about my stuff. So I hope this helps somebody out there that's new to wet shaving. Sterling Soap Company, you can Google them, check out their site, their page. They've got a lot of well-priced stuff, and it's quality stuff. All of their soaps are really nice, a lot cheaper than some of your high-end named products, and their stuff smells fantastic. So they're a great company. I like their stuff a lot personally. All right. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this helps somebody out there. And if you have any questions, just comment down below. I'll help you out the best that I can. And again, this is not a shave channel. I'm just a guy that uses a DE razor or a double-edged razor, and this is kind of how I go about my stuff. And maybe I helped somebody out. I hope so. And like I say, if there's any questions, just shoot them to me in the comments and I'll do my best to help you out. Guys, take it easy. Bye.